Roberts is here to break down the timing of these storms. Sam, I see warning, I see thunderstorm over your shoulder. A lot of keywords got to pay attention to.
Yeah, we have two different severe thunderstorm warnings, and they're really, really big here. They're all to cover this line of storms that's moving into Worcester as we speak. So severe thunderstorm warning, Ashland County, Crawford County, Richland County, and Wayne County until 7:15. And then a second one for parts of Stark and Wayne counties until 7:30. So basically what the Weather Service is doing is just warning this entire line. It makes sense, right? This is a mean line of storms moving from south to north. That doesn't always happen here. The most intense weather is moving into Mansfield as we speak, still south of Ashland. You have heavy rain, potential for 60-mile-per-hour winds and large hail in here. Heavy thunderstorms coming into Worcester. If you are in Ashland, Shelby, if you're on the north side of Mansfield, if you're on the north side of Worcester, if you're in western Stark County, really just to the west of Canton, just be aware that this line is moving in. And again, damaging winds, large hail, torrential rain, frequent lightning. I would even consider, if you can, delaying travel until that line moves through. Here's a timestamps on it. New London about 7:16. You're not in the warning yet, but that may change if this line holds together. Medina 7:24. Norwalk 7:32. So right during our first alert weather show. And then if it makes it to Elyria, it'll be about 7:47. That line is moving north at about 40 miles per hour or so. We have some other downpours here coming into Medina County. Heavy thunderstorm there just south and west of Norwalk. And then some additional thunderstorm activity up into the primary snowbelt, parts of Lake County, Geauga County, and even out towards the Youngstown region. So it's a busy evening of weather. We have a severe thunderstorm watch still in effect for Cleveland and south, or basically south of Cleveland, Lorain County, all of Lorain County, all of Huron County, now included in that, as well as Portage, Trumbull County, and then everybody to the south. Between now and 9 o'clock, storms may produce damaging winds, heavy rain, and large hail. So the next several hours, plan for rounds of rain and thunder. It may not storm constantly during that window, but there will be storms in the area off and on throughout the evening. And it's just been relentless, right? Really since last week. So when will this rainy pattern end for us? When are we going to turn a corner, see more sun? We'll talk about that coming up in my first alert forecast. Lake County and some additional storms out to the west of there. So let's take a deep dive here into the radar on this first alert weather day. Everything is obviously very scattered, so it's quite nice right now in Canton, but in downtown Cleveland it's foggy, and then we've got these big storms out here in some areas. So Mayfield Heights, if you are in Mayfield Heights, by the way, you're already dealing with heavy rain, but there's a lot more coming your way and potentially some hail as well. This is the storm that had a severe thunderstorm warning on it in Geauga County. That's expired, but this is still a really potent storm. It's moving into an environment though that's a little bit less favorable. It's a little cooler, a little foggier up to the north. So I'm expecting this to continue to fall apart as it moves towards Euclid. That said, it's still some torrential rain there. And then across parts of Lorain County, around Eaton and up to the north here, I-80 on the turnpike here just off to the east of Elyria. This is really heavy rain, potentially some hail with that as well. And then a big thunderstorm out in Ashtabula County. This is why the tower camera in Madison looked so ominous, because off to the east we've got a tremendous amount of rain north of Pierpont moving towards Ashtabula and already there in some cases, and then eventually up into Conneaut, potentially some hail with that as well. The wider picture shows the culprit for all of this wacky weather, the lakeshore fog, right? The heavy thunderstorm activity, the persistent cloud cover. It's this area of low pressure spinning off to our south. Now it'll move over us tomorrow, and then it'll move away from us on Wednesday. So we've one more day of rain chances here. Let me take you through future view. Next few hours, more scattered thunderstorm activity. Some of these may be strong to severe, mainly concerned about heavy rain and localized flooding, but some storms may also produce damaging winds and potentially even some hail as well. Severe threat diminishes by midnight or so, and then waking up Tuesday, really not a ton of rain out there, but it fills in during the afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, very soggy. The rain will